Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today, we have partially a recap of the 3-hour stream that we did today, and partially some crazy information, and also some confirmations about the XRP price. Having said that, let's just start from the get-go, which was the CTO of Ripple right now, David Schwartz, saying some really interesting things about the XRP price, specifically what he kind of quote-unquote predicted for the future. Now, we're talking here about David Schwartz, whom also earlier today has actually told people that they might want to look into selling off some of their assets, but he's definitely said some very dubious things in the past that are really bullish on XRP, and today I want to cover those partially. Having said that, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying it. We're very close to 100k subs. It is going completely insane, and I just want to quickly thank you all for it, for all the support and everything like that. You guys are amazing. So, I was asked if I had this whole write-up, finally found it, great insights. Well, that is part number 2. Let's first look at part number 1 from the Holder blog, October 29th, 2017. So this goes back a couple years, yes, and keep in mind, a part here is written by Holder, and a part is written, this part, by Ripple's CTO currently. Okay, in June, an ex-employee of Ripple communicated to me that he was not planning on, quote, living off his XRP, end quote, until it went up much higher. And he seemed completely confident in his assessment. While official company statements are important and can make a positive difference, sometimes hearing these sorts of comments from an ex-employee can be a profound testament to Ripple's business plan and the probability that they will be able to achieve significant levels of success in their endeavors with XRP. Then the second part is basically David Schwartz, but let's quickly read, all right? David Schwartz, Ripple chief cryptographer at the time. He later went on to actually become a Ripple CTO. He is also a really early contributor onto Bitcoin, a really early adopter of crypto in general. He has a ton, or had actually, I should say, a ton of Bitcoin, ton of Ethereum, ton of XRP. He's also a early contributor or even co-founder of the official XRP ledger. He wrote up a short piece on Reddit about different price possibilities for XRP given certain scenarios. His estimates ranged anywhere from $2 to $120, and he makes a very insightful statement near the end. Quote, Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the near future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now than the idea of Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seemed to me in 2012. And I'll make this clear in just a second, end quote. I'll make clear what exactly this means in just a second, why he most likely said this, and why this is actually extremely important for the XRP price. The market may look back on his statement as a very prescient estimate of where XRP's trajectory may lie. As XRP is adopted for actual production usage by more and more banks, the current market cap of Bitcoin may be just a footnote in its path to exceeding all of these price predictions. And my question for right now is, do you think XRP could be number one? Like, do you actually think that XRP could become the number one crypto to beat Bitcoin? Yes or no? Put it in the comment section. All right, so here is the post by Ripple CTO David Schwartz. Mind you, it is his personal opinion, yet a man of that stature, or whatever I want to put there, has some weight, right? But again, this comment is from a couple of years ago. It all depends how big you want to dream. When somebody asked what his price kind of trajectory was, he said, somebody maybe asked, like, where can the price go to? He basically says, it all depends on how big you want to dream for your price prediction, basically. What if Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share? $2. And that's already where things get kind of interesting. Because at the time this thing was posted, if XRP were to capture Bitcoin's market cap, it would become $2, which at the time most likely sounded quite crazy or quite high, and that already makes you think, you know? So if XRP could already beat Bitcoin's market cap at that point, why would it then, because $2 we've already shown is definitely possible, why would it then kind of be impossible for people that XRP can't go to number one? It's just kind of something you should keep in your head. What if Ripple captures the value of all high-friction international payments that are now occurring? $20. You could add a multiplier to this for additional demand from people holding XRP to make or facilitate the payments in the near future. What if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction? Maybe $120. Same point as above, you could justify a multiplier to this. what if the economy triples in size, the volume of international payments increases? Ripple captures all of that, and people also use Ripple for all kinds of other things because it either displaces Bitcoin or equals in size a Bitcoin that's many times its current size, which is basically our situation now. And we also expand the economy to other planets that also use XRP. And because you can indefinitely add things because, well, there's kind of no, there's always a, well, if this happens, then the price would even go higher. If this happens, but, you know. As for how likely these scenarios are, though, who can say? Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the near future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now than the idea of a Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seemed to me in 2012, and the year afterwards it happened. It's a really fun thing to understand. However, the bigger point here is that he has basically stated a couple prices that are theoretically speaking possible, and he's basically said as well, Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the near future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now, blah, 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 blah. Well, actually, I should say XRP because back then they still called it Ripple. XRP actually hit that price a long time ago. I mean, $2, maybe at the time of writing, XRP was not even above 3 cents. It hit $2 though. I mean, that was most likely Bitcoin's market cap at that point. Right now, that's not even a high target anymore. I mean, $2, we just hit that. That's not really that great even, right? But then again, it's just kind of some food for thought that really a lot is possible. I have another little quote here from the Ripple CTO, David Schwartz. He's basically talked about a higher price would help out XRP, or sorry guys, I should say Ripple, in several ways. And if you just quickly pause it for yourself, you'll know. But the most obvious benefit to Ripple of an increased price of XRP is that it increases the value of Ripple's XRP. This means that Ripple has a greater ability to incentivize partners and liquidity. It also means that Ripple can raise more revenue by selling XRP. We get that, definitely. Indirectly, more value almost always means more liquidity and trade volume. XRP already has each of the other characteristics needed to be a good intermediary asset, but it will be initially limited by the available liquidity. Greater liquidity will give Ripple more flexibility to target larger corridors, which basically means different pairs. Also, to some extent, Ripple's success is limited by people's perception of Ripple's success. If you think Ripple's payment technology is going to be the next big thing, you'll be willing to invest the money and resources needed to implement and deploy it. What I would kind of think here is this part is like Ripple can only get as great as people can kind of estimate it to be, right? Because otherwise, if nobody thinks Ripple is going to be mainly adopted, no big institution would adopt it because you don't want to be the first one to adopt a new network because then you'll be alone. So if you're the first one to adopt something which everybody's going to adopt, you're an early adopter, that's good. If you're going to adopt something which nobody's going to adopt, you're the only one in a network and you're pretty much just wasting money. If you think Ripple is a scam, you're not going to integrate it or perhaps even look at it. Whether it makes sense or not, XRP's price is seen as a measure of Ripple's success or likelihood of future success. That is actually a bad thing. We should quickly point that out because the XRP price is seen as a measure of Ripple's success, which is also really apparent in this lawsuit, by the way. We're definitely seeing that right now. But we should also make clear that XRP and Ripple are not necessarily a one-to-one correlation. It's not like Ripple's success is definitely going to help XRP. It's not like XRP's performance is always going to help Ripple, unless you're considering the fact that they have a lot of XRP. But, it's more so the other way around, that Ripple's success is not always going to be beneficial to XRP. That's a really key point, though, because that is an argument that the SEC would make. It is also important that it is not be terribly expensive to hold XRP. A higher price will mean a similar-sized sell will produce less volatility, so a higher price could mean a lower cost to hold XRP. So long as XRP's general price direction is up, the volatility can be hedged without much difficulty. When Bitcoin sold for $1, you couldn't really use them to buy or sell a house. You can now. Bigger transactions require bigger value. The higher the price of XRP, the larger the payments Ripple can target. When you're expecting exponential growth, even a small increase in your starting point can pay huge dividends down the line. And this is from September 2017. So really fun story. I was posting XRP on the daily as of this point then because I had this bookmark from all the way back then. That's pretty damn funny. how it has shifted, how times have gone throughout these years. But no, guys, it's basically to say again, a higher XRP price would be more beneficial. And I would also say, don't think about all of this so short term. There are so many people out there who right now are afraid or not feeling good with their position or their holdings. I don't really feel that way. I feel extremely comfortable. Regardless of what it's doing, I would say we have two targets for the really short future here, which are actually described right here in our bottom right chart. We have here $1.50-ish as a backing and about $1.30. Now, we have actually in a couple of videos already explained why this is our backing, but it comes down to here, about 23% correction to our previous high. We might retest that. That could definitely be the case. And once more, actually kind of hitting our support from here at about 33%. 33% we have mostly chosen because it comes along with the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level, but also if we check back into the big bull run of 2017, some of you guys have already seen this, but some of you haven't. If you start to look at percentages here, most of these days off of these corrections basically are roughly around 33%. Here's a correction of about 32. Here's a correction of about 31. Here's a correction of about 35. And here at the top is once more a correction of about 35. And that is also why we're estimating that about a 33% correction is quite normal. And you might be thinking, Dusty, why did you take the top here? Well, if you took the top, got all the way down to this correction, and you actually decided to buy at the bottom, there's still actually a 30 at least percent upside. Even more if you actually take this one. Potentially, no, I think it's this one, the highest that it went to. About 32% or so. So it's definitely still possible to always make money with this one. However, if you're wondering what I'm thinking, I think the moon is one of the first trajectories, like it's one of the first targets. Having said that, if you're wondering what platform we're trading XRP on right now, Bybit is the way to go. And I'm just quickly saying, if you make an account under me, there's going to be some crazy trading competition soon. A lot of people can win something, so all you have to do is just make an account and just trade under me using my link. The link is down below in the description or in the comments section. I think the description, right? Just use the description. Yeah, there's just going to be some really cool things on that one. And there's also another cool bonus coming up tomorrow. So make sure you got yourself an account, just quickly saying that. Then, we were earlier in one of the live streams also looking at how great these cryptos are getting. For example, Bitcoin right now is just a couple more billions of, I mean, it's quite a lot, but quite a couple more billions of dollars away from silver, but it's catching up. And it won't be too long, I believe, before Bitcoin is just under gold. And then eventually, Bitcoin is also going to replace that little sucker at the top right there. I'm not saying gold is actually a bad investment or bad in general, nor silver. I would say silver is a little bit more useful than gold, but all right. I am saying, though, that crypto right now is such a different realm, so much easier, that I do think it will get a lot more adoption quite quickly. That's just my thoughts, though. XRP was trading at some huge premiums over in Korea. We were all watching it. It was pretty damn fun. XRP, by the way, earlier today even hit $1.90. That is pretty damn crazy. On CoinMarketCap, XRP has flipped BNB a couple of times throughout the day. But yeah, right now I believe they are in the 4th position again. Whatever, guys. I've already in my head now established XRP to be a number 3 crypto. Have you guys done that too? Then, I actually got some responses on my little tweet from earlier where I was talking about this huge flash crash. Now, a lot of you guys were saying, Dusty, this is because Jet McCallum has sold his coins. I'm not sure if it really is, but it could be. It definitely could be. We were talking a little bit earlier about Leonidas and his really thoughts behind this, so it could be, but I'm just not sure about that. It's also happened for a couple of other cryptos. Some of you guys have told me that some other cryptos were also dumping like this, so I'm not too sure if that's really the truth. Usually, the Jet McCallum sales don't really influence the price that much, so I don't really know if this is the case. But then again, it could definitely be, all right? It could be that this is the first time that I'm just seeing a huge move like that. But then again, I don't really... Guys, the volume wasn't really that great. How could the price go down 9% in 1 minute? Just like that. I don't really... But then again, maybe it's just, as you guys said, a fat finger like Jim McCallum because he doesn't care. He just moves the price down because he's selling a lot, and he doesn't care for timing it properly. He just wants to sell. It could be, but then again, why would it be on different cryptos too? That would be a little bit odd as well. On the same note, some of you guys have actually said people are taking profits because David Schwartz told you to do so. Once more, David Schwartz is this individual who yesterday was talking about if you have life-changing amounts of money, think about cashing some out. It could also be, I mean, yeah, it could definitely be something along those lines. And then a little update on Keemstar. He actually called out a Bitcoin maximalist by this name because, well, that guy told him, wow, you're such a scrub, a reprehensible influencer, you're going to directly cause some of your followers to have significant financial losses. Oh, nobody, does something bad to themselves when XRP goes to 0.01 and they bought it when they saw you put so much money into it. So he put in about $270,000. Right now, that's about $2 million worth because, well, it is 1 million freaking XRP. I like that. I like that. It's really fun to see. Then I saw some conspiracy about the lawsuit already being dropped. It's all conspiracy because in the end, nobody really knows. Gary Gensler on the same end or different end actually got confirmed earlier. We already were talking about that during the live stream. But yes, that is not a joke. It did happen. Is it really good or really bad? It's going to depend, honestly. It's not necessarily a good thing, not necessarily a bad thing. I do think, however, that he's going to fix the the crypto SEC part for at least a part. You know, he's gonna fix like the SEC on the crypto department to at least be legitimate. I do think he might uncover some documents. I do think he might just arrange things more properly, because what we want XP to be the first properly regulated crypto, right? But then again, we also just want Bitcoin and Ether's documents to be out there and just be publicized. And maybe Gary Gensler is just going to be one of those guys who's going to go for integrity over likability within the SEC. And maybe it's just going to make sure that people understand why Bitcoin and Ether were decided to not be securities, so we can actually know for the future as well. We all know Ripple uncovered those documents by court order, so we're going to get those eventually, hopefully. But then again, I would like Gary Gensler to just come up and explain what went wrong, why it went behind closed curtains and closed doors, and just fix their stuff. Once more, do you guys think that this is all like a conspiracy, where the price right now was dropped because some bigger guys wanted to get in cheap? It's definitely a possibility, guys. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying it's really almost impossible for us to know. And all I'm saying is, let's stick to what we know exactly, what we know as factual. And then this type of stuff, keep it in the back of our head, but not focus too much on it. Because you're going to make yourself crazy if you think the SEC is in some type of plot with Ripple to do something. It's just going to make your head full without knowing for a fact that it really is. But then again, there's some room for it. Then we just saw Dark Defender. A lot of you guys went really crazy about this one, saying he was really right. Hi there all. Come closer and check the analyze of XRP 4-hour chart in Heiken Ashy candles. It explains that how XRP will reach 133 soon, as clear as it gets. Math works. Anyways, have a great day, like a smell a cup of coffee. Cheers. So I personally would kind of say XRP, math, no, they're not really on the same note, unless you're talking about Fibonacci. I do like that one, as you guys most likely know. But then again, this type of analysis is really not my cup of tea, not my cup of coffee either. It basically comes down to this pattern is formed right now. It is a coffee cup. The gain here, which once more is, to me, kind of ununderstandable. I don't really get how people attach value to this one. The gain that we see in this period here is going to be reflected once more. Why? Well, he says that it has pinned out in the past. This is a post from the past. It has happened. He said $1.33. It did happen. Then again, I would kind of say maybe that's luck, because anybody who said XP is going to pump was right, regardless. But then again, people attach a lot of value to this newer one, because he said, well, it worked here. It's going to work again. And I'm just quickly saying once more, be a little bit cautious. But then again, all we're saying here is that there's an upside. He basically is talking about $99 per XRP. Is it possible? Well, again, I'm not against it, definitely not. But then again, does this analysis follow suit? Debatably. Right here, he's talking about an 1,100% gain. But then again, I personally just don't know how exactly this works. It's like the bottom of a sort of cup until the top. But then again, it's a little bit of a weird cup. I personally, once more, do not really understand this one. I don't use this personally. I don't think it really works. But then again, they might prove me wrong, so I did want to talk about it. And right now here, the cup is about 4,000%. And he thinks that's going to happen once more because it's going to replicate itself. You decide what you want to do about it. Okay, not my type of cup of tea or cup of coffee, but yeah, maybe people are like, oh, this makes so much sense to me. You like him so much. Wow. Yeah. Then Coinbase IPO has really taught us a couple of things. First of all, Coinbase IPO right now is at about, let's quickly see, or the Coinbase price is right now at about 330. Going pretty damn interesting. I think the markets have closed right here then, I guess, because I'm seeing this dark blue a little bit then. This is like maybe, I don't know actually how that exactly is going on over that in that area over there. Maybe the markets have now opened and this was pre-sale. I'm not exactly sure, guys, with these markets. I'm not a really stock. I'm a crypto guy, as you guys know maybe. He's basically said one thing, and that is, if you think back at the dot-com bubble, which maybe the Coinbase IPO is going to start off too, and all these tokenized stocks pretty soon here as well, there's definitely going to be some handful of crypto projects out there who are ultimately going to be completely useless. And you must know that. You must definitely know that. Now, I do think as well that it's really going to be important to make sure that we look through these bushes and find the right coins. Now, I, for example, on Patreon, am going through a lot of coins to go over them and explain to you guys what I'm thinking about them. Once more, there's already quite a lot of stuff on there. Not enough because I'm building so much, but it takes time to go over coins. It takes time for me to research it, and crypto is going crazy right now, so I'm doing the YouTube stuff as well, as you guys know. But yeah, I'm going to try also look through the whole freaking sheets of things to kind of find out which coins I really want to hold forever. I've really been reflecting on this for a little while because XRP is one of my coins which I'll never hold, never sell, never sell. I would never sell it at a loss. I might sell some coins if we really get rich off of it, right? You guys get me? But I wouldn't really sell at a loss, ever. Regardless of what happens. I'll ride this one to the bitter end. $0 is where I'll sell. I've been at 11 cents, whilst before that being at $3 something. I've definitely been in XRP for a very long time, and I don't care what's going to happen in the short term because I know where we're heading long term. And one thing you guys should also understand is that this coin hitting such great heights, while they're being sued, Ripple, that's also something. That does show something, which I think is interesting. Then Crypto Bull said, in this chart, I overlaid Bitcoin's growth over the last months, comparing it to the percentage growth of XRP. In previous bull runs, XRP outperformed Bitcoin. Just to catch up to Bitcoin in the bull run, the XRP price will be $36. Okay, that is interesting, right? It's basically once more comparing Bitcoin on Coinbase to XRP. So this is the Bitcoin chart and what it's done relatively to XRP and what it is doing right now. In terms of gains, XRP has quite a lot more to go. We've also shown that, I believe, in most of the live streams, where if you look at XRP right now from a broader perspective, the Fibonacci extension levels from the big highs to the let's go for a weekly. The Fibonacci levels from the big highs 2017-18 to lows in 2020 indicate a gain basically. Let's quickly put up the right XP chart. This one gain at, you guys see what I'm trying to say. Like the 1.618 is about 570. The 3.618 is about $12, and this one is at about 14.15. If you check that for Bitcoin, for example, you're seeing the 1.618 is about 30,000. The on-one highest one is about 60, and the highest one is about 69,000. Once more, if you compare that to XRP, you know where we're about to go relatively, right? That's really interesting in my opinion. And last but not least, the Bitfinex hack. A lot of people are talking about this one. It didn't happen just now. It happened like 5 years ago. It was a ton of money, like $8 billion. At the time, it was 600 million. Right now, it's 7-8 billion that was stolen. Yeah, they're on the move, which we saw or uncovered during the live stream as well. So yeah, that was, I think, it. Do we have anything else? Let me quickly see here if we do. No, just a Gary Gensler confirmation. That was actually it. Okay, so once more, go check out Bybit if you want to go trade XRP on there or trade Bitcoin or trade whatever. The cool part about this one is you can actually, if you trade XRP with leverage, you can actually get paid in XRP. That's what I like about it. Once more, you can also use this for Bitcoin, Ether, EOS, and whatever freaking coin. These are just the coins where you can get paid in the coin itself. These are the ones where you can get paid in USDT. So you're basically just making dollars by trading, and you guys get the picture, right? So just once more, go check it out. A link is down below. There's going to be some crazy competitions coming up and some crazy bonuses. You want to be part of that. And having said that, long video, subscribe for more content. There's 2 more videos coming out. What a crazy freaking day it is, everybody. What a crazy nice little day. 196 to 155, and I'm loving every single part of it.